me again, doing another check-in because tonight I'm running my first ever 10-mile trail race. It's with Q50. It's called the Chupacabra, and it's a midnight race through Bogue Chitto State Park. I've run Bogue Chitto twice now, both with Q50 races, both 5-milers. So this will be my first 10-mile race. I'm feeling really strong, very positive about it. When I ran my 2 5-mile trail races, 5 miles was kind of the peak of any distance I've ever ran. So I felt like fitness wise, I wasn't really there yet to be able to have a strong performance during those 5-mile trail races. The difference with the race tonight is that at this point in my running, I've ran up to 20 miles. I do 10 miles at a time on a pretty regular basis now. I've run a couple half marathons, not races, but just like around the neighborhood, stuff like that. I've got experience with longer distance. So I'm hoping that will really make a difference in tonight's actual race. I'm planning, hopefully, to do under 2 hours. I can, on a flat surface in a neighborhood, I can run 10 miles in about an hour and 50 minutes, which I am by no means a speed demon. Let's get that straight. So that's something I'm going to work on over this next year as well. But I'm really trying to get my finishing time tonight as close to 2 hours as possible. The last 5-milers I ran with Q50 were back in June and then in February. Both of my times I think were 1:05 and then an hour and 8 minutes. So I like to try to keep my pace at around 5 miles an hour. If I can go faster than that, I will, obviously, but like that's kind of that's my expectation for myself tonight is 5 miles an hour. Got my little supporter. She's not going to be there. She's going to be sleeping in the bed until I get home. But I'm hoping that because the race is at midnight, I'm going to get a little bit of an advantage because it's not going to be hot. It's going to be 62 degrees, so not super cold, but not hot. So perfect running weather, honestly. I want to show you what I'm wearing and what I'm bringing. So I'm wearing my Q50 races, a long sleeve t-shirt because it is going to be cold, kind of chilly outside. Underneath it, I have my All in Motion crop top, and I'm wearing my flip belt shorts specifically so that I don't have to wear a running vest. So I can fit water bottles in both of these pockets. My phone fits in my waistband. I can fit gels and everything in the zipper in the back. So I should have water bottles, gels, phone. I'm gonna have my Shocks earphones on, 3 pairs of socks. Right before the race, I'm gonna change into some compression shocks. And for the first loop, I'm gonna wear my Hoka. These are like trail shoes, so they just grip a little bit better. And if it's not muddy and it's not slippery and I don't need them, I'm gonna change back into my Clifton 10s for speed for the second loop. The last 2 times I've ran Bogue Chitto, it has been kind of slippery, and so the trail shoes were really helpful. And then for like accessories, I have my headlamp, my Roan. These are like honey, caffeine, whatever gels. I love these so much. I'm gonna try to do 4. My Knox Gear like light up vest that I'm gonna be wearing on the trail. I'll show you, it's really cute. But it also has like a headlamp that this clicks into, so I'll have a chest light too. I'm gonna drink pre-workout on the drive there. My boyfriend lent me his handheld flashlight, so I'll keep this clipped to my running shorts as well, so in case I need it on the trail to look out, whatever. This just has a really long distance. So I think I'm pretty set. I'm really excited. My mom's gonna pick me up in like 30 minutes, and I'll see you on the trails. It was so incredibly dark on the drive up there, and honestly, I was getting a little bit worried because we saw coyotes crossing the road. But here are all the pictures of me at the race. I did end up finishing second female overall. However, first place beat me by like 40 minutes. So we have a definite goal to beat for next year. All right, so race recap. My official time was 1:55. The person who got first overall was 1:19, so that's about a 40-minute difference. Really good race. I felt really strong. There exponential difference in my fitness level based on the other trail races I've run, like I talked about earlier in the video. So I really, honestly, I ran my most continuous run on this race. And I think I really prefer trail running as opposed to any other form of running. And that's just because of the mental part of it. I think it's so easy to run a continuous like streak when you're not just stuck in your head, like only listening to music or whatever the whole time. The entire time I was running, I was super engaged on what's in front of me, what's on the trail, make sure you don't trip. The trail was very like, there's a lot of roots and a lot of stumps. So I was constantly like thinking about my foot placement. I wasn't even really concerned with my speed. It was just a pleasant surprise when my watch would alert me for a 1 mile and it was a faster time than I was expecting myself to have. I actually ran the entire first 7 miles pretty continuous. The whole first loop, I didn't really have to stop or walk at all, except for a couple times when I got stuck behind a couple people who were jogging at a pace that was like slow enough for me to walk behind them until I could pass. And then when I came in for the first 5 mile loop, I stopped for maybe 1 minute, kind of get myself adjusted, drink some water, whatever. I was stopped for maybe a minute. And then I didn't stop running again until I hit maybe mile 7, because that's when there was a kind of the steepest incline. And I felt phenomenal. Were my legs killing me? Yes, but it was so easy for me to just not think about it because of the surroundings and the environment. And it was so much fun. You know, I really want to do ultra marathons, specifically trails, obviously. And that, every time I do another trail race, it just kind of solidifies that. Like it's so much fun. I loved it out there. I felt phenomenal. I finished the race, and the entirety of the second 5 mile loop there, I didn't pass a single person. There was no one in front of me, no one behind me. I was so convinced that I was dead last. Nicole Torres, one of the people who helps put it on, she goes, second overall female. And I literally, like, hands on my knees, I was like, you're kidding, right? Like, holy shit, actually. So that was really cool for me. I've never won any of the Q50 races before. Honestly, if you look at the results, I was second overall female, but I was the 21st person to finish the 10 mile loop out of 29. So, like, is that really placing? Now, I love an award, so I'm going to take an award, but I wouldn't really consider that like a win, you know? All right, my next race is just a good old-fashioned 5K that is on December 6th with Q50. Again, it's a trail race, and I think it's Fontainebleau Park in Mandeville, Louisiana. So I will check back in with y'all with another race recap when we do that one.